there's a lot of assets on the network that have to be extremely careful about how and when they move, not to break things. What are your thoughts on like some of the up and comers? Like, do you think that take a look at what's happening in the Solana camp, for example, or there's probably another 6 or so really interesting performance chains out there. Are those? Do you track any of those?
So I don't spend a ton of time on it. Some of this is fresh on my mind because I just had a conversation with a team that was really walking me through some of the metrics that they have, and I had 2 takeaways that again, not my ideas, not my analysis, but one of the things was just how fast some of these other smart contract platforms have come to market and really captured a lot of developer attention. The 2 that they were specifically talking to me about were Matic and then Binance Smart Chain compared to Ethereum. And just when you look at the on-chain data, right, it's just I think Binance Smart Chain is like 2x what Ethereum has from just a pure volume standpoint, and then Matic is about the same as Ethereum, right? And for somebody who doesn't spend any time on this, really, that was surprising to me. I actually don't know how to think about is it sustainable, is it not, or anything like that, but definitely surprising on the outside. And then the other thing I think is, again, the Ethereum community, I think is very similar to the Bitcoin community in that you can see them trying to create the memes. You can see them trying to move from a purely the best tech wins to no, you have to have the community, you have to have these other elements around it in order to make sure that it's sustainable. And so I think that that's probably the biggest difference to me between Bitcoin and everything else, is everything else is competing on pure technical kind of superiority. Or when a developer comes in and wants to build on something other than Bitcoin, they're asking themselves, what has the highest transactional volume? What has the lowest speeds, right? Where are the best developer tools and all that kind of stuff? When people come to build on Bitcoin, they're not necessarily asking that stuff, right? At layer 1, they're asking themselves the most important question: is it decentralized? Is it secure? Right? And I think that Bitcoin can soundly say